4 questions to begin this episode on why you should consider becoming a leader manager. First, what's the difference between a leader and a manager? Second, are you a leader or a manager or both? Third, why did you accept or choose to be a people manager? And fourth, how does your core purpose in life, your identity, link to the role of a people manager? My name is Teik. Thank you for pausing from your busyness to be with me. Allow me to unpack the reasons for why you should consider becoming a leader manager. And I hope by the end of this episode, you will choose to become one. Let me begin by sharing my observations of the current state of leadership and management in most organizations. When I ask many people managers the very first question, what's the difference between a leader and a manager? I observe from the varied responses the following. First, most organizations do not have a standard definition of a leader and a manager. And if they do, they rarely have a set of documented behavioral expectations of a leader and a manager, and they rarely have training programs for leadership and management. Second, the selection criteria is usually on the past accomplishments of the individual contributor, focusing on functional competencies. Thereby, everyone is leading and managing in their own way, impacting the organization's culture and the employee engagement to execute flawlessly. I recommend going forward, consider adding the following criteria to the promotion or appointment of new leaders and managers. First, demonstrated leadership management capabilities, whereby you have these people lead and manage cross-functional teams on big organizational projects. Second, character. Third, growth mindset. Very important. If you're going to build a culture of growth mindset, bring in employees with growth mindset. What happens when you have leaders and managers with fixed mindset? Fourth and last, fit. Fit organizational culture, organizational values, and of course, the leadership expectations. Before we go any further, let's just check assumptions. Assumptions are important because they come from our beliefs, our mindset, and our paradigms. We think, we are. So let's check assumptions of a people manager. Do you believe your people are the greatest asset, or do you believe you are the greatest asset? Do you believe you're born with leadership, or leadership is made? Do you believe that spending time with your people is a return on investment, or do you believe it is a waste of time? Do you believe that execution comes from your people, or do you believe you are the executioner? Question for you. Do you have a heart for people development, equipping your people to discover and tap into their potential for the future? Next, why and how did I come up with the term leader manager? First is through experience. 28 years of experience in domestic, regional, global leader manager roles with 2 revelations. First, I cannot do everything on my own and by myself. It's impossible. Second revelation, I cannot be the know-it-all. I cannot know everything. And thus, it is very important with the right, well-equipped people, extraordinary results can be achieved together. We go far together. Second is applying the principles from situational leadership, Dr. Damon's 14 points on leadership and management, John C. Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership. And that's how I came up with the term leader-manager relationship results. So, a leader-manager situationally uses supportive and directive behaviors to achieve extraordinary results through his or her people because of strong relationships. A leader manager uses supportive behaviors to obtain the heart and mind, emotional and rational commitment from every single staff in the pursuit of organizational goals. A leader manager uses supportive behaviors to develop and reproduce the future leaders. On the other hand, a leader manager uses directive behaviors to manage resources to the right strategic priorities. And more importantly, uses directive behaviors to keep performance on track because we all go off track. 3 components of a leader manager: heart, 4 situational leadership styles, and 5 value proposition. I've been using the 4 situational leadership styles of tell, coach, support, delegate since 1980 with all my direct reports based on 2 principles: different strokes, different folks. Different strokes, same folks. Now, a question for you in terms of value proposition. If you agree with me on Management 101 that a manager's work is done through his or her people, and you believe that you have the best people working for you, working their hearts out for you and the organization, they're doing all the work, they're delivering all the results, then what is your role? What do you do? I believe that when we ask from our people their hearts and their mind, we have to give back. And that's why I came up with this value proposition. I developed and I'm teaching the 5 value proposition of a leader manager. First, communicate clear expectations. Second, lead change and manage transition. Third, be a talent master, heart for people development. Fourth, keep performance on track, directive behaviors. And 5th, remove barriers. In summary, vision without goals, dreaming. Goals without execution, wishing. Vision without execution, hallucination. Now, visioning and goal setting is definitely leadership role. Execution, though, requires both leadership and management role. Leadership, obtaining the heart and mind, emotional and rational commitment in the pursuit of extraordinary results. Manager role, keep performance on track. So remember, heart, 4 situational leadership styles, 5 value proposition. So thank you for being with me, allowing me to unpack for you the reasons for why you should consider becoming a leader manager. And I hope by this time you are considering to become one. Thank you. Be well.